Stop begging for attention. Not tomorrow, not after another heartbreak, not even another disappointment now. Because the moment you beg for attention is the moment you forget who you are. Let me be very honest with you today. Most people are not suffering because they are unlucky, poor, or misunderstood. They are suffering because they are addicted for attention. They wake up hoping someone will notice them. They sleep disappointed because someone didn't. Their mood depends on the message, likes, reply, views, mentions, and validation from the people who don't even know their real struggle. And slowly, without realizing it, they give their power away. Begging for attention doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's sending message and checking your phone every minute. Sometimes it is staying in places where you are clearly not valued. Sometimes it is laughing a joke that hurts you just to stay included. Sometimes it's changing your personality so people won't forget you. But no matter how it looks, the truth is the same. When you beg for attention, you tell the world that you don't believe you are enough on your own. The reason people beg for attention is not because they are stupid or weak. It's because they are empty. Empty of direction, empty of trust, empty of purpose. When you don't know who you are, you ask the world to define you. When you don't value yourself, you ask others to do it for you. And when they don't, you panic. You overthink, you chase, you explain, you lower yourself just to feel seen. But attention was never meant to be your source of life. Purpose was. Attention is dangerous drug. At first, it feels good. Someone notices you. You feel alive. Someone praises you. And your confidence rises. Someone wants you. And you feel important. But soon, one dose is not enough. You want more. You need more. And when it's not there, you crash. Your mood changes. Your self-worth disappears. You start performing instead of living. You stop being real and start being visible. And visibility without substance will always leave you empty. The most painful part is this: the more you beg for attention, the less people respect you. Human nature is strange but honest. People value what doesn't chase them. They respect what doesn't beg. They are curious about what is calm, silent, and grounded. When you overtext, overpost, ever explain, and ever give, you don't become attractive. You become predictable. And predictability kills respect. Strong people understand something very important. Attention follows value, not noise. That is why powerful people don't announce themselves. They don't fight to be heard. They don't force themselves into space where they are not wanted. They walk away quietly. They withdraw their energy. They let silence speak. And silence is powerful. Silence makes people think. The silence makes people wonder. Silence makes people feel your absence. Noise just makes people tired. One of the biggest signs that you are begging for attention is that you stay where you are not appreciated. You keep explaining your worth to people who are already decided not to see it. You keep proving yourself, but listen carefully. Anyone who truly values you will never make you beg for their attention. If someone wants to talk to you, they will talk to you. If someone wants to see you, they will make time. And if they don't, the answer is not to try harder. The answer is to step back. Walking away is not weakness. Walking away is self-respect. Strong people don't argue for space. They don't fight for validation. They don't beg to be chosen. They choose themselves. They understand what being alone is. Dignity is better than being surrounded by people who don't care. And yes, walking away hurts. Silence feels uncomfortable. Loneliness feels heavy at first, but that pain is temporary. The damage of self-betrayal lasts much longer. Self-respect is built in moments where nobody is clapping for you. It is built when you say no even though you want to say yes. It is built when you stop explaining yourself. It is built when you accept being misunderstood instead of justifying your existence. It is built when you focus on growth instead of recognition. And the moment you develop self-respect, something changes. You stop chasing attention and attention starts finding you. People who beg for attention are always talking, always posting, always proving, always defending, but confident people move differently. They don't rush to respond. They don't fear being forgotten. They don't need to announce their plans. They let results speak. They let consistent talk. They let time reveal who they are. And when they finally speak, people listen because they are not desperate to be heard. Instead of begging for attention, build something. Build discipline when nobody is watching. Build skill when nobody is praising. Build the character when nobody is noticing. Build strength in silence. Build focus in isolation, because the world doesn't ignore greatness forever. It ignores noise. It ignores insecurity, but it never ignores results. Results are loud even when you are quiet. Learn to be alone on purpose, not as punishment, but as preparation. Solitude teaches you who you are without applause. It forces you to face your thoughts. It shows you your weaknesses and your strength. Attention addicts fear loneliness because loneliness removes the audience. But readers are born in isolation. When you stop performing for people, you start building for yourself. And that is where real power comes from. One day, if you stay consistent, if stay disciplined, if you stop begging and start becoming, people will notice. Not because you chased them, not because you try to impress them, but because you become impossible to ignore. And when that day comes, remember this lesson. Attention fades, popularity fades, applause fades, but self-respect stays. Purpose stays. Power stays. Stop begging for attention. Stop chasing validation. Stop shrinking yourself to be accepted. The world does not reward desperation. It rewards growth. Become silent. Become focused. Become disciplined. Become undeniable. And let your absence teach people what your presence used to give them. This is what you need. Stop chasing for attention. Stop begging for attention. That's why you need to listen to this. Thank you for coming.